Welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. Joining me now is Sheila Roemeling, and she is the Executive Director of Fresh Start Healing Heart. So nice to see you again.
Oh, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for being here. So we are in January now, beginning of the year,
Yes.
and this is the month that we want to bring awareness to. I mean, we want it to be awareness every single month, but
Right.
officially this is the month that we're bringing awareness to human trafficking. So tell us a little bit about the month, and then, but really, like, give us an overview of human trafficking, and then we're going to kind of get into what your nonprofit does.
Okay. So January is National Human Trafficking Awareness Month across the nation. And then January 11th is the designated day. And that's when you'll see, like, South Carolina State Attorney General Alan Wilson bringing up the day and talking. Yeah. But we try to make it more of the awareness in the local area here so that people can start off the year not only thinking about their new goals and plans, but
Right.
adding this into their new goals and plans
Right.
of, hey, we need to start paying attention, we need to bring awareness to our children and make it a safer community for everyone.
Absolutely. And before we started filming, you said even many, many years ago, we kind of should have maybe been more aware and looking to some of these indicators, because it's been around longer than we think it has.
Right.
And talk to us a little bit about, I mean, if somebody isn't aware about what it is, I think most people are at this point, but talk to us a little bit about human trafficking and what it is we should be looking for.
Okay. So human trafficking encompasses many different things, but it's any person who is being forced, coerced, or fraud into either a labor industry of some kind, any type of work.
Okay.
To simplify it, or the commercial sex industry. So any type of pornography or anything that has to do with a service of the commercial sex industry, right. Even dancing. So any of that someone is forced into can be considered human trafficking. Now, the child exploitation part is also human trafficking.
Yeah.
And so anyone under the age of 18 performing a commercial sex act, even if they do not have a so-called pimp or anything like that, but are performing, then the actual buyer becomes the trafficker.
Okay, interesting. Mm-hmm. And I think most of the time when we think of human trafficking, our brain automatically goes to the sex industry.
Yes.
But it's very interesting that you're talking about it could be just a worker, somebody who's
Yes.
being forced to do a job that they don't want to do.
Yes.
And what should we be looking for as a person who, you know, might want to help somebody? What should we be looking for as an indicator that that is the case for somebody?
Well, the best way to do that is, first of all, get to know people. Get to know your waiters. Get to know the people cleaning hotel rooms. Get to know those cooking for you, you know, things like that. People need to start getting to know people in order to know what to look for. But signs would be someone that seems very scared to step out of work, someone who can't leave their job.
Yeah.
They're not allowed to. Someone who is in deep debt to their employer.
Right.
Then in the commercial sex industry, it's someone who is performing or talks about having older boyfriends, and they may be under 18 and have very significant older.
Yeah.
People with identifying tattoos. It's one of those things that they may have a tattoo that identifies them as ownership, property of someone. Teenagers with two phones. Who needs two phones? One
Right.
for dad and one for their daddy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying that generalizing. Women are traffickers as well, but it's still the majority is in the men.
Yeah. And we've gone so quickly here. We are
Yes.
down to under our minute, but tell us a little bit about your organization. And I know you're going to be back regularly, so we're going to get updates, but tell us a little bit about Fresh Start Healing Heart.
Fresh Start Healing Heart is a nonprofit organization that serves the Lowcountry primarily, all of South Carolina, but we focus on the Lowcountry. And with that, we work with the restoration of survivors. So we not only take tips of where situations are going on and help give them to law enforcement, but we also help survivors with housing, care, counseling, all their basic needs, all the way until they choose not to have us anymore. Many of them become adopted family.
Yeah, of course they do. And what great work you're doing. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for
you.
being here to share with us about this really important topic, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be back in just a moment, so stay with us.